Welcome into the latest ESPN headline. I'm Prim Saripapat. There have been a number of athletes who have been in the headlines not for their performance, but for performance-enhancing drugs. Just this month, 6 athletes, Brewers slugger Ryan Braun, American sprinter Tyson Gay, and also 4 Olympic Jamaican athletes have gotten caught doping. So how prevalent is PEDs in other sports? Well, according to Minnesota Vikings running back Adrian Peterson, it is definitely an issue in the National Football League. And joining us over the phone right now is Kevin Seifert, NFC North blogger for ESPN.com. So Kevin, what else did Peterson have to say about the prevalence of PEDs in the NFL?
Yeah, basically what he said was that, here's a drug, HGH, specifically talking about HGH, that currently is not tested for in the NFL. And he said, you have a drug that's not tested for, you have guys that are trying to have successful careers, feed their families, make a lot of money. And of course, in his mind, there's no doubt that some some players have taken HGH, and I understand he doesn't agree with it. He wishes they didn't, but he would be shocked if that weren't the case, just given those circumstances that I just said. So he's looking forward to whenever the point comes in the NFL when there is in fact reliable testing for HGH, because he wants the clean people to be known publicly to be clean, and he wants the people who are not to have to be accountable for that.
At the moment, the NFL and also the NFL Players Association, they both claim that they want to have some sort of testing in place for HGH. Right now, there's discussions, but they're having some issues coming to some sort of agreement. So where do you think that is in terms of coming up with some sort of testing for HGH?
Well, I mean, talking to some other players today, it sounds like what the players want is to make sure that the science has caught up with the intent of keeping the game clean. They need to make sure that there's a reliable test, that everybody agrees is a reliable test to detect whether HGH is in use, and if it's practical to do during the course of the season. I mean, there's been suggestions that they might have to take blood on game day, and that doesn't speak well to, I don't know any players that want to go give blood and then in that condition and then go out and play a football game. So there's a lot of those type of practical and process questions that the NFL and the NFLPA are trying to answer, but it appears as though, and I'm sure this is the case, everyone wants there to be a reliable test and to ensure that if somebody tests positive, that they in fact are positive, and if they test negative, that they in fact are negative, and that's what they're working towards right now.
And going back to Adrian Peterson, he defended himself because there have been some people and also fans that accused him of using PEDs or doping after his MVP performance last year, not too long after having significant knee surgery. How did he feel when fans accused him of doping?
Yeah, he said that the rumors and social media and sort of this underlying discussion that obviously there must be some other reason besides just great hard work. That he got back from such a serious knee injury so quickly and had the second best season in the history of the NFL for a running back, and so he has definitely heard those kind of rumors. He looks. That's why he's so adamant that he wants testing, because he wants to be able to. He knows that people, even if he comes out and says, "I didn't take HGH, I didn't use anything," he knows that not everyone will believe him, and so he hopes for the day when the science can back up the claims of people who say they're not using, and that's where he's hoping things go. He was very clear and adamant that he's clean and that he's natural and that he got back through hard work, and that's it. Unfortunately, in our society right now, people don't always believe that, and he knows that, and he knows that in his heart, he feels like everything was done the right way, and hopefully at some point the testing and the science can catch up and prove him without a shadow of a doubt to be telling the truth.
Absolutely. Kevin, thanks a lot for your time today.
Okay, thank you.
For more things in the NFC North, be sure to follow Kevin Seifert for news and updates, and also for all things NFL, keep it logged on to our NFL page on ESPN.com. I'm Prim Saripapat with your latest ESPN headline.